Hey everyone, how you doing? Um, Found the text that they're talking about today online of more texts and messages between Robinson and his roommate, leased by the authorities as he was charged with murder. So this is what it says: the prosecutors have read out all the series of messages sent between Robinson, who has charged with the murder of Charlie Kirk, and his roommate. Now, at the press conference today on September 16th, it was announced that the 20-year-old Robertson had been charged with aggravated murder and possible death sentence, that which would carry 6 other charges. Now, with these are 2 counts of obstructions of justice, 2 counts of witness tampering, felony discharge of a firearm, and commission of violent offenses in the presence of a child. So one of the counts of witness tampering include Robertson alleged telling his roommate who he was in a romantic relationship, deleted text message between them in which the 20-year-old appeared to claim responsible for killing. Now, Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray read out the text charges, saying Robertson's roommate provided the message that the authorities were looking for. Now, on September 10th, the day Charlie was killed, Robertson alleged sent his roommate the message, "Drop what you're doing, look under my keyboard." Now, roommate found a note saying, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." They then text, "What, you're joking, right?" What follows is the remainder of the alleged text conversation between these two. Robertson: "I'm still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in unintelligible for a little while longer yet. Should be long till I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret until I die of old age. I am sorry to be involve you." Roommate: "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robert says, "I'm sorry." Roommate said, "I thought they caught the person." "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude and then interrogate someone in similar clothing. I plan to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of the side of the town got locked down. It's quite almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle leering." So the suspect shooter roommate then asked him why he shot Kirk. The 22-year-old alleged described this: inability to go back and retrieve the rifle where he had stashed it. Roommate: "Why? Why did you do it?" Robinson: "Why I did it?" Roommate: "Yeah." Robinson says, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully, they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it." His roommate: "How long have you been planning this?" Robert said, "A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they are already swept the spot, but I didn't want to chance it." Robinson: "I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got back to my car. I'm worrying that the old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. IDE: if it's it has the serial number on it, it wouldn't be traced to me. I worry about Prince. I had to leave in a in a bush where I changed outfits and didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to be banning it and hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man? The only thing is left was the rifle wrapping in the towel. Remembering how I was engraving bullets, wrapping message are mostly a big mime. If I can see the bulge UWU on Fox, I might have a stroke already. I'm going to have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I saw Grandpa's gun does just fine. IDK. I think that was a $200 scope. Uh, wink, wink. The suspect shooter alleged told his roommate to delete this exchange and said he was going to turn himself in before arguing his roommate, not to speak to the media. Robinson, delete this exchange. Robinson, my dad wants photos of his rifle. He said Grandpa wants to know who has that. The feds released the photos of the rifle and it's very unique. He's calling me RN, not answering. Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty die-hard MAGA. Robertson, I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors is the deputy sheriff. Now, Robertson, you are all I am worried about, love. I am much more worried about you. Now, Robertson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. Taylor Robinson charged of aggravated murder, 6 other charges connected to the death of Charlie. The prosecutor announced that the charges which have been brought against Robertson, the man suspected of killing Charlie Kirk, 31 years old, right-wing speaker in the U.S., was shot dead in Utah on September 10th with manhunt launch for his shooter. Footage of the university campus appeared to show a figure on the roof of a nearby building jumping down and making their escape. The high-powerful rifle later recovered nearby. It was then announced that authorities had someone in custody, 22 Robertson, with the public figure having called for the death penalty for the shooter. Now, the prosecutor have announced that Robertson's been charged aggravated murder, commission of a violent offense, and presence of a child. Where this child came from? 2 counts of witness tampering, 2 counts of obstruction of justice, and felony discharge of the firearm. The charges of aggravated murder carries the potential for death penalty, and officially said they would be seeking that for Robertson. As such, will be kept custody ahead. He's coming trial. The 2 counts of obstruction of justice are moving a farmer deposing in clothing, while the witness tampering charges are for telling a roommate to delete the messages and directing the roommate to stay quiet. While the combination of the 6 other charges will be enough to land Robertson behind bars for an extended period of time, for the trial will likely focus on the charges of aggravated murder, rather than or not the 22-year-old will be sentenced to death for his suspect part in the shooting. Utah Attorney Jeff Gray says he does not take this decision lightly and the subject of seeking the death penalty against Robertson. The FBI Director Kash Patel previously said Robertson was taken into custody Thursday, September, 11th, and that the several messages he supposed to send to the platform Discord showed he was planning to turn himself in. A message alleged sent to Robertson direct to his roommate towards a note which prosecutors said, "I have the opportunity to take out Charlie, and I'm going to take it." The 22-year-old is accused of telling his roommate to delete his exchange and not to speak to police, an accusation which led to the charges of the witness tampering. Gray told Assembly Report the footage of Robertson walking across the campus with an unusual grit, which he said was consists with a rifle being hidden in his pants. There you go. He had a rifle in his pants. So, hey, Gibbo, Mustang, Louisa. So, there you are. There's the story that we've been waiting for. And his telling his roommate to do things for him and stuff. So, well, that's about it so far. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, thanks for coming, Gibbo, Louisa, Mustang. And I'll talk to you later. Bye now.